Murder and Mystery with Dr. X, coming up next.
The night was dark, the moon was yellow, and the leaves were green. Somewhere in the city, a scream rang out, like teeth being scraped down a blackboard. A murder was being committed. I knew my phone would ring any minute. I knew that it would be the police. They needed my help again, because I'm Dr. X.
The skilled eyes of a surgeon working on a new form of highly concentrated X-rays, but paying no heed to a dangerous electrical overload. An explosion bombarded his optic nerves. At first, he thought he was blind, but then he found out he could see places where no man had ever seen before. He was Dr. X, the man with the X-ray eyes.
Come on, Inspector. I see you're in there. Open up.
All right, come on in. Hello, Dr. X.
Hello, Inspector. Long time no see.
Yes, have a seat.
By the way, do you have the money you owe me from the last case?
I'm afraid not. I'm a little short of funds this week. Maybe next week.
Come on, Inspector, don't lie. I see that bulging wallet right through that cheap suit of yours.
Damn those X-ray eyes. There you go. Oh, I had a little more than I thought.
I'll do just fine. Well, what's the lowdown?
Murder. But I think we know who did it.
Well, I'll be on my way then.
Not so fast, Dr. X. I said we think we know who did it. We can't prove it. We rented you an apartment next door to the suspects. They're bound to slip up sooner or later, and when they do, we're in.
Is this an all-expense-paid job, Inspector?
Afraid not. New department regulation. We'll only pay for your meals out. No room service. That's the deal.
If I can't leave my room on a stakeout, how do I go out to eat?
You're the man with the X-ray eyes. You figure it out. Now get to work.
All right. It was a thankless job, sitting in a chair, watching these punks go through their menial daily tasks, day in, day out. My mind began to drift like newly fallen snow. I started thinking about my old partner, the Invisible Man. I'd heard he'd fallen on hard times, but not as hard as the murder victim. I snapped out of my reverie and went back to work. Listen, Inspector, it's been 2 weeks. Nothing's happening. The boredom is driving me nuts.
Is it? Well, you listen to me, X. If you're not pro enough to cut the mustard, why don't you just leave? We'll get someone else with X-ray eyes. The hell am I saying, someone else with X-ray eyes?
I kind of have you over the barrel there, huh, Inspector?
Well, at least I'm not inside the barrel, like the murder victim.
He had me there. Murder was no joke, but I needed help. I asked him if I could use my old pal, the Invisible Man.
Yes.
I knew every bar and beer hole in the Bowery, and something told me I'd find the Invisible Man in one of them, drowning his transparent troubles in a colorless glass of gin. I checked bar after bar, and then I checked some more. Anyone in here got a line on the Invisible Man?
He ain't around.
I turned to leave when I realized there wasn't anyone in the bar. I was being played for a sucker, and the sucky was my old pal, the Invisible Man. All right, Invisible Man, I know you're in there, I thought to myself, and I realized he couldn't hear me. I'd been doing a little too much thinking lately, so I decided to speak up. Okay, Invisible Man, if you want to play hard to get, I got my own way of finding you. Let's try this on for size. So there you are.
All right, Dr. X, you found me. Now leave me alone.
Come on, my transparent little friend. Stop wallowing in self-pity. I've got a case we can work on. It's murder. It could help put you back on your feet again. What do you say? Are you in, or are you out?
I'd better get my bandages.
So, what have you been doing for the past 5 years?
Drinking.
Really? Well, you don't look too bad.
Oh, thanks.
Whoa.
Look at these two.
Hey.
Evening, ladies.
Boy. Oh, will you get a load of... Hey! Where'd you go? Why, he was up to his old tricks again.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Then I realized my invisible pal could help me find the murder weapon. Why, of course.
What?
Get back here, you little rascal.
Hey, Killjoy.
Now listen.
What?
I think I figured out a way to use your strange and exceptional talents.
How?
You're going to go in there and help find the murder weapon.
Oh, I am.
What? Oh, yeah. Cut that out. Where are you?
Right here.
Oh! Come on, get dressed. Dress and follow me.
All right.
You know, they ought to give you TVs on a stakeout. Those two yeggs had a TV. But even with X-ray eyes, cathode ray tubes are a burn from behind. They didn't hear the invisible man enter. They didn't see him either. I just bided my time. Suddenly, I saw him open a drawer. He pulled the murder weapon from it. It was time to move. Open up, you three.
There's only 2 of us in here.
Wrong again, lowlife.
You did it, pal.
No, we did it.
You mean we're partners again?
Put her there.
Where?
Right here.
Where?
Here.
I can't.
What, are you blind?
No, even with the X. There's the gun. Good work. Ow. You can let yourself out.
I'm already out.
It's great to see you guys working together again as a team.
Well, Inspector, that was a tough case to crack, and I never would have been able to do it without my good friend and trusted partner, the Invisible Man.
And I'd still be drinking my lunch out of a brown paper bag if it wasn't for my good friend, Dr. X, the man with the X-ray eyes.
Both of you guys wouldn't be working right now if it wasn't for me. What about me? What am I, Mr. Unimportant? Mr. Why don't you just forget about me? Mr. The guy who hired the both of you? Mr. I might as well not be in the room with you guys.
The inspector would go on like this for hours. He needed to unwind after a tough case. Anyway, the Invisible Man and I had some catching up to do. So we let the inspector unwind his way, and we left to unwind ours. There'd be another case soon for Dr. X, the man with the X-ray eyes.
Who cares about what I...